Audio test. Hello. Welcome to the backstage chat. Thanks for joining us, both Andrews. It's not broken yet. No, that's true. And Andrew Mason, you're saying, trying to think what I would want out of Arcane Rising. Probably a skull cap, maybe cross wraps for Ranger. Yeah, I picked up a cross wrap recently just for Azalea because it's meant for Azalea, isn't it? So yeah, I don't want to hit another one. No, let's be honest. Okay, right. Let's just go to the next camera. Okay, hello and welcome back to Go Again Gaming. My name is Az, and today we're going to be cracking some Arcane Rising. Let me just hold this up for you. Got a bit of... So yeah, it's going to be good. I've cracked a lot of this. I think I've cracked on the channel. I've cracked maybe 3 boxes prior to this. One of which was great. The first Arcane Rising box I ever opened was... it had the skull cap in it. Cheers, by the way. It's not going to be as hectic as it was on the last stream when I was in the hotel room, but, you know, you have to have a beer every now and again, especially on a Monday during Christmas time. But yeah, so the first Arcane box I ever opened, I had the skull cap in it. And I can't remember what other stuff I had in there. The second box was a lot more questionable. The third box was the one I opened in the hotel room, which was a lot better. It had the Tetlo Foundry Heart in there and the Command and Conquer, as well as a few other supers and Majestics as well, I believe. Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how this one goes. Andrew's saying, I have New Horizons, so not sure I really need cross wraps. No. Probably not. New Horizon is... I think New Horizon's definitely better for Lexi. I think Azalea does need the opt, though. So we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping for Azalea love in general with Everfest. I'm sure we probably will get that. But yeah, I don't think Azalea needs the New Horizons, but Lexi 100% does need the New Horizons to just allow her to have the ability to turn something face up each turn to get her trigger, rather than clogging your ass with the aforementioned ice or lightning card. You want to be able to have an ice and lightning card there in your ass as well as an arrow. So yeah, I think that's just going to be my thing now. I haven't heard anyone else say, you know, I'm going to put this in my arse instead of Arsenal. I think that's going to be my thing. You know, this is not a PG. This is not a sort of, you know, friendly young channel. So why not? Let's just say put that in my arse. So yeah, just waiting for a few more people to come on. Although you know me, I don't really plan these things. I just stream when I can, when I get my hands on product and all that sort of stuff. And if you haven't seen, in the top corner here, this is my new-ish logo. It was basically made out of assets that I've already paid for, like the character, the sort of arcane ring around there is an asset that I've already paid for. I did have to edit some aspect of it, and also the Go Again Gaming font is obviously one that I was using, but also, as you can see there, it's also got the demonastery in the text as well. So yeah, it's just another icon that I'm going to use. I was planning to have a whole new intro to the stream today, but it didn't render in time for it to be active, and I don't have the credits either, because I'm doing a new credits sequence because of Von Mason in the Discord, who's become a patron. So shout out to him or her or they. I don't know. Haven't actually assumed or asked what your gender is. But yeah, welcome and thank you very much for being a patron. I have done the Patreon pools today as well, so those videos will go up at some point this week, depending on when I can do them. So yeah, let's get straight into this, shall we? Let's have a swig of drink first. Not going to take too much time up today. I just want to crack this open and see what we get. And this was procured by or from the Gaming Den, which was the shop that I went to for the event recently, the Budget Blitz event, which Pleasant Kenobi went to. And I'm going back there next week as well. I'm going back again to Basingstoke for another shopping trip. And yeah, should be good fun. Basingstoke's got one of the largest shopping centres in the United Kingdom in Festival Place, which is quite cool. So I'm going back there next week, going back to the game shop as well as having a bit of Christmas shopping. So yeah, should be quite good. I'm picking up a couple of board games actually. So if you've got any board gamers in the chat now or in the future, or wherever you might be out there in the big wide world, wherever you might be and whenever you might be watching this, I am picking up both the newer Pegasus Spiel expansions for Talisman. So I've got, well, actually I'll probably show you actually before I get into this. Talisman, where is it? Here it is. So this, for instance, this is the. It says this is the dungeon expansion, but it's actually all of the boards for the game are actually in here. This is supposed to be a Flesh and Blood stream, but fuck it, I'm going to show you this because I love this game. It's so cool. So in this box you have the main board, which is massive, and then I've got all of the other boards that go with it. So there's one for each corner of the board. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's a massive game and it's awesome. So yeah, I just absolutely love Talisman. Massive side tangent, but I'm going back there next week to get the Pegasus Spiel, the company that have taken it over, because this used to be a Fantasy Flight game, but Fantasy Flight are just garbage, as we all know. Their living card games just go out the window and stuff. So Pegasus Spiel picked this up to do the reprints. So I'm picking up the 2 expansions for this, the Cataclysm and the Dragon expansion, which will pretty much complete the whole set of this board game. So really looking forward to getting those, as well as potentially scalping the rest of their Crucible of War packs that they have, because they did have a few left when I went back there. So yeah, Andrew Mason, you're saying board games, nice. Yep, Talisman is a fantastic game. It doesn't really take much involvement. You're just rolling dice and getting your fantasy character around the board, and yeah, the game plays you rather than you play the game. So it's just a great game to sit round the table and just play with friends when you're not really taking much notice, when you're just drinking some beers and what have you. So that's what I plan to do on Saturday. Who knows? Might even decide to stream it, but it's probably not the best thing to do because it's not a Flesh and Blood thing, is it? So, but I've always wanted to bring more games onto the channel. I started doing back when I started the channel, I was doing Flesh and Blood content. I was also doing the Tabletop Hype series, which was all about looking at Kickstarter board games. I also did a few Magic the Gathering things as well. So who knows? Maybe in the future that will come back. But mainly Flesh and Blood at the moment. So let us go to the board state camera. board state. So yeah. Open this up then, shall we? That was rubbish. That didn't even work. There we are. There we are. So obviously the massive hits in this are your Command and Conquers. Obviously, you've also got Art of War wasn't in this, was it? Or was it? I can't remember. You've got Command and Conquers in there. You've got Skullcap in there. Obviously, you've got all of the legendaries. You've got Grasp of the Art Knight, which is obviously a sought after rare because Runeblade is just so OP and so at the forefront of the meta right now. I would love to get a Grasp of the Art Knight for my Viserai deck, 100%. So hopefully we can get one of those. Or if we do get a legendary Skullcap or something like that, that would be fantastic to trade into what I want to get in the future. And I'm just going to sort out this autofocus on the board state camera because it's all over the place. So let me just sort this out. Video capture. No, it's not filters, it is properties. We go to configure video and just turn off the autofocus, please. How do we do this? Configure video. Where's the configure video tab then? Where's that then? Configure video. What? What is going on here? Apologies. Fracking dead people, making tax issues I have to fix. Yeah, it's outrageous, isn't it, Andrew? Ridiculous. People are stupid, aren't they? Oh, here we go. So, autofocus, if I turn that off. Can I turn that off? I don't want autofocus on. That's the thing. So how do I turn that off? Oh, bloody hell. Is it something to do with this? On here. You get an absolute 4D experience. If we just go manual focus. That should be better, hopefully. We will see. Let me just go back onto OBS so I can have a look. I don't think that is auto-focusing anymore. No, it's not auto-focusing anymore. Cool. Yep, so we're ready to go then. So we got no viewers tonight. We got both the Andrews in here, that's for sure. But never mind, eh? Missing out big time. So we're gonna get some good stuff in here, I think. We'll see. We'll see. Let's just get straight to it, shall we? I'll try and keep an eye on the chat. If I minimise that, that'd make it easier, wouldn't it? If we just put that there. If we put that there. Yeah, that'll do. Just put it there. And yeah, I can see what's going on. Lovely. Cool. Right, let's have a look then, shall we? 24 packs, unlimited, Arcane Rising. Hopefully we get some good stuff. Why is it making noises at me for? I don't know. Okay, let's get all these cards on the table, shall we? What do you reckon then? We're going to get some good stuff. We've got two Azaleas on the top there. Ooh, Azalea on top. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Oh, yeah. Dominate me. Right then. Cool. Let's have a look. First pack. I'm not going to wait for anybody else now. Here we go. First pack. Hopefully we can see it. Well, yeah, you can pretty much see that, can't you? Fervent Forerunner. Cadaverous Contraband. Force Sight. Ravenous Rabble, Robe of Rapture, Elrinia's Prayer, and Oath of the Art Knight, and a shiny Life for a Life. Okay, so I'll put all the rares there, and the rest will just go in a pile. Although I probably should organise them by class, but maybe we can do that afterwards, depending on how much time we have and whether there's any engagement. Let's go for the Viserai now. Let's go for the Viserai, one of my favourite characters. We've got Rifting. And the red version of Rifting is definitely a good replacement for your Command and Conquers and what have you, just because of the on-hit effect and what have you. Andrew is saying, do your estate a favour. Leave the jewellery to son with directions to give to his wife. Lowers the estate tax. Lovely old job. Nice bit of advice there. Sunkiss, Whisper of the Oracle, Braces of Belief, Silver the Tip. Pour the Mould, and Ridge Rider Shot Shiny. Okay. Nothing going on there at all. Nothing going on there. Apart from the red, is it red? Ridge Rider Shot Shiny? Might find a place in Azalea, who knows. Trust me, it's easy to sort by class while you are going. Yes, I know. I've already made that error. Never mind. Never mind. I'm going to regret my decision. Nebula Blade. Nebula Blade. Okay, right, here we go. Back Alley Break Line, Moon Wish, Foresight, Fervent Forerunner, a Null Rune Hood, Take Cover Blue, Endless Arrow, and Foresight. I've just bought all of these bloody Ranger Supers and Majestics. I've just bought them all. I shouldn't have done that, really. Should have just waited. But then again, this was just a random purchase, really. I've got a feeling we're going to get hosed in this box. I've got a feeling. Whisper of the Oracle, Rifting, Red Rifting, Vigor Rush, Cadaverous Contraband, Mage Master Boots, another Oath of the Art Knight yellow, a Take Aim yellow, and a Shiny Whisper. And apart from that, utter garbage. Utter garbage. Just make sure I'm keeping up with the chat. Yep, no problem. So yeah, it's going to be... let's slow down a bit. Let's have a drink. Slow down a bit. I've opened 4 packs already. But I'm probably going to get some more next week. Asahi is so easy to drink. It really is, especially when it's cold. Lovely. Cheers for joining me today, wherever you might be out there in the big wide world. And whether you're watching this now or in the future, make sure you like and subscribe and hit a little bell notification if you want to be notified of any future videos. It's good. I'm getting good at this YouTube thing, aren't I? Okay. Right then. Alrighty then. Okay then, so... Crucible of Aether Weave. A drink sounds lovely. Damn, that I can't drink at the office yet. Oh, of course, yeah. You're still working. Cheers, thank you. Ravenous Rabble. Push the Point. Lead the Charge. Vigor Rush. Null Rune Boots. Oath of the Art Knight Red. Enchanting Melody. And a shiny Null Rune Hood. I think at this point, though, because I've invested so heavily into Viserai and Azalea, I've pretty much got all of the cards that I need for those classes that I enjoy in Arcane Rising. So I don't know why I continue to buy this product, because I've pretty much got everything I need apart from the Grasp or the Skull Cap. Well, I don't even need that stuff. I don't need the Grasp, but the Grasp is great. Let's be honest, for Viserai. Just as a thematic thing, really. Back Alley Break Line, Push the Point, Lead the Charge, Fateful Scene, Vest of the First Fist, Aether Spindle, and Rusted Relic. Which is okay, isn't it? I guess. And a yellow Voltic Bolt. Rusted Relic is just an item that gives you Arcane Barrier. So, yeah, an item that gives you Arcane Barrier. Blue Pitch. Why would you ever want to use those? I guess maybe in Limited. That's what they could have done, see? That's what they could have done in Tales of Aria. They could have had something like Rusted Relic that actually protected you against arcane damage, even though it wasn't an equipment. Maybe they should have done this in Tales of Aria to prevent the arcane damage and just having some form of arcane barrier in limited pools. Potentially. That's what they should have had, something like that. But not printed it as super rare. That would be a rare these days, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be a super rare. So that's a bit of a wasted slot in the Rusted Relic. Pretty much a wasted slot. And if we get any of like the Azalea specializations or anything, that's going to be a wasted slot as well, because I've already picked all of them up. I love the grasp. Nice block leads to misplays on the Briar player's part. Talisman of Dowsing does that, but with Spell Void. Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's not repeatable, is it? Spell Void, whereas that is. Fervent Forerunner, Ravenous Rabble, Vigor Rush, Force Sight, Null Rune Boots, another Silver the Tip, and a Stir the Aether Winds. I do love that though. The red Stir the Aether Winds is absolutely vile in Kano. So that is definitely a wizard include. The red Stir the Aether Winds. Not the yellow one. Maybe the blue one. Tectoplasm Pistol. Andrew loves that. Well, Andrew Mason loves that. Pew pew. Sunkiss. Come to fight. Back alley break line. Push to point. Talismanic Lens. Spellblade Assault red. And become the Arc Knight. Again, cards I already have, which I like, because obviously I'm building Viserai. Red Spellblade Assault is decent. I mean, yeah. Become the Arc Knight as well, of course. Yeah, I do like Red Spellblade Assault. Cost 2 for a 4 attack, but again, you get in those 2 Rune Chant tokens, and it's because it's a Rune Blade action. If you play this after something else, you're going to get the Viserai trigger. So the rate on there is good for the amount of Rune Chant tokens you get in certain lines, which I think is definitely worth having. The red one's definitely worth having in there. Not the others, I don't think, because they don't do enough damage. Rune Chant, push the point, rifting, come to fight, back alley break line, null rune robe, absorbing aether, a card I've always wanted to use, but it never does anything. And then a prayer and another absorbing aether shiny. So yeah, absorbing aether is one I always wanted to use with wizard. But it's just one of the first cards you end up cutting when you use wizard. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame, really. I mean, it basically reads as a buff your stuff in your opponent's turn. So it's like you can take your turn, you can take your massive turn on their turn if you've saved up for it. It's hard to explain, but you know, I do really want to try and use it, but it's one of the first cards that do get cut in Wizard, unfortunately. Yeah, let's have a drink quickly. So yeah, I'm in the process. I'm in the process of sorting out new layouts and new intros and all that sort of new stuff with the new logo, new intro, new credits as well. So I'm not going to have any outro credits on this video, unfortunately. It's just going to be straight sign off. But yeah. Cool. I should really be drinking Wraith on this video because of my sponsorship, but never mind. So you're saying it's easier to just kill the opponent rather than block as a defense react. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. Exactly. Because you still have to pay for this card. You still have to pay 1 for the Aether, for the absorbing Aether as well, which just screws up all of your resources for the turn, really. Yeah. So if you play this from your hand as a defense react, the next card you play this turn with effect deals arcane damage, instead deals that much +2, but you have to pay 1 for it anyway. So it's like it's 2 cards in hand, unless you've got it in your arse. But then again, defense reactions are a whiff with Kano, so you don't really want to be using them. So yeah, Moonwish, Vigor Rush, Lead the Charge, Fateful Scene, Vest of the First Fist, another Silver the Tip, and another Aether Spindle. So yeah, we are getting hosed at the moment. We are getting absolutely hosed. And this is I'm getting flashbacks of the other box that I opened up on the channel at the moment. I mean, what did we get? What did we even get in that box? There was nothing of value in there, was there? So yeah, it's a tough set to open. It really is. It's either, yeah, it's definitely a tough one. You either make your money back and then some in the box, or you lose all of it. Basically, it's just one of those boxes. One of those sets, should I say? There be the blade. Fervent Forerunner. Cadaverous Contraband. Whisper of the Oracle. Back Alley Breakline. Nullrune Gloves. Yellow Take Cover. Plunder Run. Moonwish. God, Plunder Run's in this set as well. Completely forgot about that. But more stuff I have absolutely loads of already. And I'm already nearly halfway through. Well, how many do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I've just gone halfway through. Damn, this is not looking good. This is not looking good, is it? This is not looking good. I don't blame people for not turning up tonight. This is absolute garbage. This is absolute hypocrisy. Right, let's have a go. Have a go, shall we? Okay, so Rune Chant, Fateful Scene, Come to Fight, Whisper of the Oracle, Foresight, Tasmanic Lens, Aether Sync, never going to use that, and then Trancing Melody again, and then a shiny Teklo Core as a Majestic. A shiny Teklo Core. Something I never use. Fantastic. Brilliant. Aether Sync, what does that do? Probably just garbage, isn't it? Yeah, it's just got Arcane Barrier stuff, and Chanting Melody, and then a shiny Teklo Core. Yeah, it's quite a nice looking card, isn't it? Shiny Teklo Core. But, you know, nothing I really ever use, unfortunately. At least you haven't had the Majestic slot whiff yet, right? Well, there you go. I have that. I have had the Majestic slot whiff in the Teklo Core shiny. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Ravenous Rabble, Foresight, Wish with the Oracle, Fateful Scene, Crown of Dichotomy, Plunder on Blue, and Spark of Genius for a dash specialization card. I've never pulled one of those before, though. Spark of Genius. What does that do, then? Dash specialization, XX. Search your deck for a Mechologist card with converted mana cost. Converted mana cost? Wow. Okay. With a cost X, put it into your arena, boost your deck. If you've boosted this turn, draw a card. Okay. Not bad. So it just allows you to tutor up a item, which is basically what all the supers do, isn't it? Let's be honest. All the supers allow you to tutor in some shape or form. So, yeah. Majestic slot hit. We are getting hosed. Hose Town Supreme. Is it going to be worse than the box I did the last on the channel, though? Where I actually dubbed that video the worst Arcane Rising box ever. So we will see. Doesn't count towards the approximately 2 for box though since foil. Okay, so we've still got a bit of a chance. Let's go. Brace of Belief, Life for a Life, Reduce to Rune Chant, and on a shiny become the Arc Knight. Well, that's a shiny become the Arc Knight, so that can replace the one I have in my Viscerai deck, which is it's nice little touch, I guess. Pimp out those decks. Pimp out those decks. Dash's ability says, find the Pew Pew Exodia piece you are missing. Yeah, 100%. We all saw what Andrew Mason's deck could do when the Exodia was assembled. Rifting, Sunkiss, Leader Charge, Fateful Scene, Nullrune Hood, Pedal to the Metal, Cognition Nodes, Fateful Scene. Shiny. So there's just nothing really going on at all in this box, it seems. Nothing really going on. And the last box I had, obviously when I was drinking beers in the hotel room, was absolute fire. It was straight fire. With the Teklo Foundry Heart and the Command and Conquer, and the Azalea specializations and all that sort of stuff. And this is why I go case or bust. Adeus Goldson, welcome to the chat. And Andrew, yeah, why you go case or bust? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, buying boxes is just very, very hit and miss, isn't it? Sunkiss, Vigor Rush, Come to Fight, Cadaverous Contraband, Achilles Accelerator, Yellow Plunder Run, Pedal to the Metal, and a shiny red Sturdy Aether Wind. So that will go straight in the Kano deck that I've got, because it's nice looking. You can see the foiling on the flames. Yeah. Is that a red Fate? That common is some money in foil. It was a red It was a red Fateful Scene foil, I believe. Let's have a look. It was, yeah, a red Fateful Scene foil. Red Fateful Scene foil. Yeah, welcome to the chat, Adair's Goldson. It's been a while since we've seen you around. Hope you've been keeping busy, loving life, and thanks for all your support constantly. Right, so let's have a look at this one. We've got a few packs left after this. We got got 7 left after this. We're on the 8th from the last, I should say. Rune Chant, Cadaverous Contraband, Moonwish, Lead the Charge, Come to Fight, Robe of Rapture, Reduce to Rune Chant, Stir the Aether Winds, and Overloop. So nothing real spicy there. But it's good to see that I could build loads of commoner decks for Arcane Rising. That's for sure. I could build absolutely loads of them. Absolutely loads of them. So yeah. What's the chat saying? Just hello, Adair's Goldson. Yeah, welcome to the chat. It's good to see you on here. Yeah. Just have to finish this off because I've got a little bit left. Just brings back great memories, you know. Sit in front of a computer, opening Arcane Rising, drinking beers, pulling Command and Conquers and Techno Foundry hearts in the hotel room. But when I'm in my own place, I just whiff. Just whiff like a wet fart. That's what it smells like. What it sounds like, I should say. But thanks for joining me, nonetheless. Good to have you here. Let's go for another one, shall we? Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Okay, we've got 7 more packs left. I was drinking Asahi this weekend as well, actually, at my Christmas party. So I don't understand why I still have the taste for it after what happened at the Christmas party with regards to how ill I felt with the amount of Asahi that I was drinking. So I don't know why I'm still trying to drink it. So yeah, we've got Kano. Lead the Charge, Rifting, Fateful Scene, Vigor Rush, Mage, Master Boots, Aether Spindle, Enchanting Melody, and Back Alley Breakline, which is garbage. Absolute garbage. 6 packs left. We're not really hitting anything here. Adair Skolton saying, hey Andrew, and Adair Skolton is also saying, my signal is awful at the office, so I'm like 5 minutes behind. But yeah, I mean, I think to be honest, I think the stream is about a minute slow anyway. From when I see your message to when I respond, it's about a minute later. So it is always a little bit delayed anyway, Adaeus. So December is the craziest time for work. Yeah, it makes sense. A lot of us are going to be busy during this time, aren't we? So I appreciate you stopping by as well. So it's good to see you in here. And hopefully you've blessed us with some luck on these last 6 packs, Adaeus Goldson. So that's what I'm hoping anyway. We will see. We will see. Cool. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at these, shall we? Should we just get it over and done with? Figured I'd drop by, try to drop in and chill with a bit with you all. Yes, 100%. It's always good chilling out, and hopefully we can get you on the next pit fight video, because that's going to become a thing. Hopefully every 2 weeks or so, Ultimate Pit Fight, patron style. So Moonwish, Come to Fight, Foresight, Whisper of the Oracle, Null Rune Gloves, Red Plunder Run, Red Take Aim, Aether Flare, all that bollocks. Okay. Red Plunder Run. What? So in the chat, what do we think is going to happen tomorrow with regards to the bans? Is there going to be bans, or is it just a scare tactic? I don't know why they would want to use a scare tactic, but what's going to happen? Andrew is saying, this is the calm before the storm for me. I'm happy if anyone wants to talk to me before year end and they screw up their finances. Nice. But yeah, chat. I'll wait for one of you to respond in there, because I know you're quite good with responding, both of you. So yeah, what do you think is going to happen tomorrow with regards to bans? Is it what's going to be banned? I'll let you respond while I have a drink. I think bans. What's going to happen? Is Plunder Run going in the bin? Is it worth just ripping up this red Plunder Run now? I'm just checking the Discord. Just checking the Discord, and Rob is saying right now. Rob's a new addition to the Discord. Used to play a lot of Magic with him. Saying only went and won it, didn't I? With Briar and Rosetta Thorn. Well, of course you would. You're running Briar Zeros. You're going to win. Of course you are. Andrew is saying at least they're going through the kits. I'm reading the Discord now rather than the actual YouTube chat. But again, link is in the description box below. If you're watching this now or in the future, you can go and check out the Discord in the link in the description box below, as well as all of my other affiliate links, sponsor links, and all that sort of stuff, which is in this little bar here. Patreon, Wraith, Card Vault, all of that stuff is in the bottom link in the description. And goagaingaming.com for unique playmats that are commissioned and concepted by me. So let's go back to the YouTube chat. Dustblade goes bye-bye, I hope. What, Dustblade in Blitz goes bye-bye? Probably not sure. Probably nothing on bans. Jason Coates, not sure on bans. I'm a Magic player. Yeah. Briar, bad. Control, good. Needs to lose that sideboard Dustblade. What, in Blitz? What, you think Dustblade is going to be banned in Blitz? I played against... I'll give you a scoop on this, actually, Andrew. I played against Brewtap Cast, and they were using a Briar Blade or Bust deck, basically, and it was pretty good. It was very good. It was very 50-50 whether it was OP or not, because it was very much a hybrid deck. It was not 50% non-attack actions, 50% attack actions. So the fact that the Rune Blade, the Dust Blade, was it was getting counters a lot in one of the games, and in one of the the other game it just wasn't getting any. So yeah, it is a very good card, but it can go wrong, I think, as well. But the fact that you as a player cannot even interact with the counters that are going on it. It is mainly their deck that's fueling the blade, and you can't do anything about it, I think, is the main issue with it. So yeah, I agree. Well, I don't know if I agree with it being banned. But then again, I think I'm going to be playing a lot of Ultimate Pit Fight soon, and anything can be played in that format. So I don't care, really, with regards to that. But yeah, Briar's bad enough on her own, let alone being able to use Duskblade in Blitz. So yeah, that's it, really. Let's go to the next pack, shall we? So we've got 5 packs left. Are we going to get another Majestic or Legendary? Because our Majestic was a foil. So Andrew said that that we got a high chance of actually getting a Majestic as a result of that happening. We will see. Andrew is saying, I can block out a Rosetta Thorn deck all day. The Duskblade for board in against control is too much of a snowball to be stopped. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you can't. You can't do anything about it either, can you? You can't stop a dust blade from accumulating counters. Unfortunately, you can't stop it from happening. You just can't interact at all unless there's a card in Everfest that says remove counters from stuff. I mean, is there enough counters in stuff at the moment? Well, they got Dawnblade and Dustblade, but are there any other counter type cards? I don't think there are there? We've got the -1 counters on equipments, so maybe something that can play around with counters on equipments, but I guess that's just very, very niche, and I don't think anybody would use it, although it could be a sideboard card, but then again, probably still not good enough. Dustblade leaves my only chance to win at high rolling the opponent with big crush cards. Yeah. That's what you should be doing anyway, though, isn't it, with Bravo? Surely. Just big crush effects. Lovely old job. So I'm just going to crack another beer while the chat's. I'm looking at Discord chat as well. Sorry. But yeah, we're in no rush. We're 40 minutes in, and we've got 5 packs left. And let's be honest, there's going to be garbage in there, isn't there? There's going to be some garbage in there. I'm not getting my hopes up. But fair play, well done to Rob for winning at Mystic Games. It's good to see that Mystic Games are also getting their scene going. And I will be going when I learn to drive. I will be going to more of these events. I think I'm going to be start going to the Oxford Armory event soon, with regards to what they're running down there at the Geek Retreat in Oxford. Jason is saying the swords are always the best equipment. Swords are always the best equipment, 100%. Yeah, let's open another beer, and then we'll go with another pack. We've got 5 packs left yet, so yes. Favorite beer in the chat. What's your favorite beer in the chat? Leave a comment. Okay. Right then, let's go. Let's crack on. So we have next Andrew saying, and Prism can use Glisten to keep the counters on auras indefinitely. I'll be heading to the new Fab shop tonight for draft. Lovely old job. Oh, you're heading to a new. I'll be heading to a new Fab shop tonight for draft. Oh, good. Okay. There's a new one, is there, in your area? USA, Andrew? Okay, then. Cool. So let's open another one. Not going to hit anything good, I don't think, unfortunately. Rifting, Sunkiss, Fateful Scene, Red, Come to Fight, Bullseye Bracers, Pour the Mold, Convection Amplifier. No, it's all garbage. Look at that. That's all crap, isn't it? Let's be honest. That is rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. 4 packs left. What we got? Come on. James Reddy, favourite beer. What on earth is that? I'm going to have to Google that right now. James Reddy. James Reddy. James Reddy Brewing Co. is a Canadian beer brand brewed at Moosehead Brewery. Interesting. The brand has 5 types of lagers, each with varying alcohol by volume. These 5 types of beer, from lightest to darkest, are the James Reddy Lager, the James Reddy Light, the James Reddy Original Ale, the James Reddy 5.5, and the James Reddy 6.0. Wow, okay. So it's a Canadian brew. Lovely old job. Nice bit of trivia. Andrew saying McFadden Irish Red by Herma Brewing. Irish Red. Let's have a look at that then, shall we? Irish Red by Irish Red. Let's have a look. Irish Red Ale? Irish Red. Is it Irish Red Ale? Jason, you're saying not sure if you can get it there. Strong beer. No, I don't think we can. I don't think we can get it here. Trying to find this Irish Red. McFadden Irish Red Ale. Interesting. Let's have a look, see what this says. See if I can read out the description. So this says, malty and slightly sweet, balanced by earthy notes from the hops, pale and caramel. Pale and caramel malts give the beer its gorgeous deep red colour with a unique caramel flavour. The sweetness of the malt is nicely balanced by a distinct hop bitterness and an earthy note from the English hops. Well, there we are then. Does that sound around about right, Andrew? The Red Irish? Irish Red? Sounds good to me. I am just a absolute sucker for this stuff. Asahi Super Dry. It's just basically just tastes like, it doesn't really taste like anything. It's just like, it's just a fresh. Asahi Super Dry is brewed to the authentic Japanese recipe to deliver its dry, crisp taste. That's what it is, dry and crisp taste and quick, clean finish that complements all occasions. The distinctive dry taste is known as karakuchi, a taste we dedicated to mastering by using only the finest ingredients and continuously advancing our brewing technology. So yeah, it just goes down with anything really. Just as much light beers do. So, all good. James Reddy is a good price for the alcohol content. Nice. Cool. Right, so let's go. Let's go back to OBS and have a look at the next four then. So what we're going to get? Absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. It's probably the worst Arcane Rising box I've ever had. That's what I said about the last one, though, wasn't it? Unfortunately, got nothing to report of this box at all. Wish of the Oracle, Sunkiss, Foresight, Ravenous Rabble, Vest of the First Fist, another Spellblade Assault, Sonic Boom for the Wizard, and a Reverberate Yellow. Sonic Boom's pretty good. Is that Majestic? It is. So we've probably got the Majestic slots now. We got one Majestic. We got one non-foil Majestic and one Majestic, unfortunately. So we probably not going to get anything decent in this box. We've got 3 packs left. Just looking at the Discord chat at the same time. Roberto is saying, ended up beating Lexi Control round 1, Oldim Control round 2, and Briamira round 3. Congratulations on the win, Andrew Mason is saying. I'm going to put a little heart emoji there as well. And I didn't have Duskblade in the end. But no, I mean, yeah. Rosetta Thorn is just as good though, isn't it, really? Rosetta Thorn is ridiculously good. Very oppressive. Andrew is saying, at this point, I'm willing to pay a bit more for something local that is good. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what you want, though, really. You want to be supporting your local breweries, really, more than anything else. And if you do have them, then that's also fantastic. Jason is saying, do you get a foil in every pack, or is it like Magic where it's random? I think you do get a foil in every pack. You do in this set, anyway. Law of the World, welcome to the chat. Greetings. How's it going? It's going very, very well. It's nice to see you back again. Haven't seen you in a while on one of these streams, so welcome back. Hope everything is going well in Finland, and well done on your recent victory. I saw you got a victory with who was it? Was it Levia you used? I can't remember. I remember seeing it on Instagram. Right, so Foresight, Come to Fight, Wish with the Oracle, Moonwish, Nullrune Robe, Pour the Mold, another Teklo Core. Another Teklo Core. Wow, okay. So we got a Blitz playset of Teklo Cores in this box. 1 foil, 1 non-foil. That's funny, isn't it? So that's definitely all of our Majestic slots. All of our Majestic slots gone now. So I don't think we've got hope for any other good stuff, really. So yeah, there we go. So we've got 2 Teklo Cores on a Sonic Boom in this box for Majestics, one of the Techno Cores is foil. Andrew is confirming that you get a foil in every pack, like Master Set and Magic the Gathering. Okay, sorry, I've never played it or opened it. Yeah, so there we are. Thanks for answering that for him, Andrew. Oh, dropping the pack garbage all over the floor. So we've only got 2 packs left, unfortunately. Join Dash on the dark side. She must have cookies for you. Yeah. Laura was saying, yeah, it was fun and I got lucky, but fun to see some Arcane Rising opening. This was the best set that got me in. Yeah, same here. I played, well, I didn't play, but this is the set I enjoyed the most opening. So yeah, it was, because it had my favourite characters. It had Azalea, who is just the hottest character in this game. And then we also have Viserai as well, which is the one that speaks to me the most, I think. Definitely. Cool. So I'm just going to have another couple of swigs of beer, and then we'll carry on. We've only got 2 packs left. 2 packs left. We've got 2 Techno Cores. I don't know what they're going to be. I'm not going to use those, am I? They'll probably just go in the binder. But yeah, I haven't been really chuffed with this box, unfortunately. But never mind. These things happen. Discord's active tonight. Just looking at the Discord. Everyone's chatting. People are happy that they... Rob's happy that he won, so fair play to Rob. But if you want to win, you play Briar. That's how it seems anyway. So fair play for him for getting in the win now before they ban stuff tomorrow. Well, it depends really. It depends what they're going to ban, but it's going to be interesting to see if anything actually does come from that. We'll see. But I just don't think anything should be banned, especially when we're right round the corner of Everfest and having all of the heroes get support and potential answers to this. And I think the issue is as well, because this game is so young, people just aren't really experimenting with... they're not really experimenting to try and combat the meta. They're just net decking, which I think is one of the issues with this at the moment. People just thinking, Briar, red deck wins, let's just build that, because that's the easiest thing to do. And unfortunately, Flesh and Blood doesn't really have, at the moment, although I'm going to be advocating a massive collaboration between some huge Flesh and Blood creators. Myself will be included in this. And doing an Ultimate Pit Fight, doing more Ultimate Pit Fight content, because I think that is probably the most underappreciated format out there at the moment. So yeah, stay tuned to the YouTube for that, because it's going to be good. I don't know where I was going with this, but yeah, I don't know where I was going with this, but yeah. You're saying Law of the World, Viserai seems to be back in the meta, so great time to be Viserai. Yeah, 100%. I do think Viserai is definitely a sleeper hit. He wasn't so hot 6 months ago when I first got into the game, but now he's right up there. We'll probably see the banned update soon, with New Zealand being so far ahead of us time zone wise. And then, unless they know something in the next set is going to make things worse. No, that's true. That's completely a completely different perspective. They already know what's being printed in Everfest, so they're damage controlling with this new banned and restricted thing. That's a very good point. Didn't think about it that way before. They already know what's coming, don't they? So they're thinking, right, we need to get rid of this now before it becomes out of hand. So that's very interesting. Very interesting perception there, Mr. Mason. I doubt they would. I doubt that many cards would be hit if Duskblade goes. That will kill the hard counter Briar that has against control decks. Yeah, that it is just a hard counter, isn't it? Because you can't control it. You can't interact with the Duskblade. So it makes sense. Definitely makes sense for Duskblade to go. And yeah, they knew they made a mistake when they released it, but the fact that they're now addressing it by banning it after seeing that it's still degenerate in Blitz is quite funny. They will allow control to handle aggro without an easy get out of jail sideboard card. And me neither. That's a great point of view. Yeah, 100%. Andrew Mason, very, very good point of view. Very good perspective on the fact that they're going to ban stuff now as a result of Everfest coming out, which could make things even more uncontrollable. So, yeah, very good perspective on that. But, yeah, let's open these last 2 packs, and then we can potentially have a chat a bit more. So let's just get this over and done with, because these are going to be garbage. These are going to be absolute hot trash. Let's just get these out of the way. I'm not expecting anything from this. Aether Spindle, Absorbing Aether, Take Aim, yep, load of garbage. And then the last pack is... Arcane Skullcap! No, don't know. So, Azalea. Nothing of value here. Reduced to Rune Chant, Oath of the Art Knight. That's it. That's all we got. That's all we got. Bit of a bust. But never mind, these things happen. Bit of a bust, unfortunately. The article is greyed out on the site, so update is coming soon. So yeah, let me just check that then. So let's have a look. So the time in New Zealand right now is 10:30 in the morning. So if it's 10:30 in the morning, it means there's got to be something coming soon, surely. Just imagine that if we were the first people to know what the bans were. Just imagine that. If we just keep hitting articles refresh. But it is coming on the 14th of December, and it is the 14th of December as we speak in New Zealand right now. It is the 14th of December, so we are going to see that very shortly. So that is pretty much it. What's it going to be, though? What's going to happen? Laura was saying, have to say that these Arcane Rising boxes are just very unforgiving. Yeah, they were. Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure whether you saw the last stream or caught up with the last stream that I did when I was streaming Arcane Rising opening boxes in my hotel room. But that was a lot better. We had a Command and Conquer in there, and we also had a Teklo Foundry Heart in there, which basically paid for the box and then some. So I'd like to say I'm probably still even. I've still broken even on boxes that I've had at this point from Arcane Rising, so it's not a bad thing. It's just, yeah, it is very much chase card or bust, I think, or legendary or bust with these boxes. Jason is saying, do they have a multiplayer format like Magic does with Commander? Yes, Jason. I did a video recently with some of the patrons in the chat today, which demonstrates that game. So go and check that out when you can after this. But yeah, Andrew is saying, at this point, Arcane is a CNC or Legendary Pull or Bust at the moment. Yes, 100%. I've just mentioned that, so yeah, I agree. Andrew is then backing up me, saying Ultimate Pit Fighter is the name of Fab's multiplayer. Laura is also saying yes. So yeah, the only thing I can suggest, Jason, is going to have a look at, first of all, the rules of the game, just so you can get a grasp on how to play, and then go and have a look at the Ultimate Pit Fight video maybe I did, or other content creators' Ultimate Pit Fight videos. But yeah, that is the multiplayer format of Fab at the moment, which is very, very good fun. And then Laura was saying, compared to Welcome to Wraith, which have sink below reds that are like €1 currently. Yeah, exactly. And then Andrew is again saying about Ultimate Pit Fight, 4 to 6-ish players. You can only attack to the left or right as a player, which was so fun. The Ultimate Pit Fight interaction was so fun, and I can't wait to do more patron pit fights. I really can't. It's going to be absolutely hilarious to do some more. Because it was just hilarious, wasn't it? And you were saying I might have been a bit of a trash talker on that stream and a bit buzzed. No, it was hilarious, Andrew. It was great fun having you on there. So if you want to get involved with Ultimate Pit Fight content on the channel, whether that's being streamed or just played as a video and edited as a video in the future, go and check out my Patreon, linked in the description box below, and that's where you'll be able to get access to being on those videos in the future. And Andrew can vouch for me here. It was a fantastic and fun time. Both Andrews, in fact. Andrew Mason's in the chat. Andrew is in the chat. Andrew Donnelly. It was an international pit fight as well, You know, we had all corners of the world playing in that pit fight. So it was a very, very good time. So don't miss out. Go and check it out. Yeah, any support you give me on the Patreon is just fantastic. Helps me do amazing things. But yeah, it was a very, very good game. So Jason, I know you're a Magic player, but give this game a chance and keep watching my stuff because it's good fun. But yeah, it wasn't over the line, Andrew. It was fantastic. It was really, really good. It was really, really good fun, you know. And that's what you have to do in those games. You have to politic, and it was very, very fun. The fact that you could only attack someone to your immediate left or right, and it was like me and Andrew Mason, who's in the chat, will be. Me and Andrew Mason, Andrew Mason's in the chat, but me and him were sat on opposite sides of the table, so we were not enemies. We couldn't attack each other. We just had to influence the other players to attack people in certain directions, which then, you know, benefited us. It was just fantastic, great time. Laura with the World is saying, "Damn, I'm very interested. Will Yazi be there?" Yazi, what are you referring to, Laura of the World? Yazi's not a patron of mine, so he won't be on the Ultimate Pit Fight videos, no. But saying that, I do have a huge collaboration in mind. So yeah, stay tuned for the end of January or the start of February for probably one of the biggest collaborations that you'll see with Flesh and Blood, with me involved. So stay tuned for that. Cardboard Flesh and Blood, what's up? Welcome to the chat. You are, is it Farcist on the Discord? Is that right? Am I getting that right? Farcist? Welcome to the chat. No, we've already cracked the box. Unfortunately, we've already cracked the Arcane Rising box, and we didn't really get that much good stuff. Unfortunately, Cardboard Flesh and Blood, which I believe is Fastest on the Discord, we didn't really get much good stuff, unfortunately. So I'll show you what I've got. The Majestics were these. So the Majestics were a Teklo core and a shiny Teklo core and a Sonic Boom. That's it. That's the only Majestics we had in this box. So pretty dire, considering I don't play Dash at all. I know people in the chat that do, but I'm not one of them. So we also had we had some super rares as well. I can't see anything, so I haven't got my glasses on. So we also had some super rares in, I believe, Become the Arclight was one of them. Got a lot of bulk. Yeah, we got a shiny Become the Arclight, which will just go straight in my Viserai deck, that's for sure. Spark of Genius for the Dash specialization. And I believe we've got another Become the Arclight, non-foil. Rusted Relic, which is just utter trash. And then that is pretty much... We've got Endless Arrow. And that's it. That's pretty much all we got. Everything else was just commons. And obviously rares and stuff. So we didn't really get much good stuff at all, unfortunately. Law of the World is saying, I will stay tuned. Yep, definitely. Yeah. So you are Fastest, Cardboard Flesh and Blood. Nice to have you here. Welcome to the chat. And I'm here to console you for now. I'm going to call updates to the article around noon New Zealand time, so around an hour and a half from now. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's going to be midday, isn't it? Midday New Zealand is probably when they're gonna announce it. Sounds like a good enough time. I mean, I'm just spamming the F5 button now to see if we get anything. Just imagine that if we were the ones to know first what's going on. But yellow plunder runs are something to keep an eye on. Yeah, definitely. Well, in every colour, unless it's going to be banned. Yeah, so plunder runs of all pitches are good. Yeah, I've got loads of them as well. And a lot of the plunder runs that I own are actually in the budget blitz decks that I've built for newer players. So I might actually have to take those all out of there if they do go up in price over time. But we'll see. But yeah, Plunder Run is just it's just a ridiculous card, really. I think the most ridiculous part of it is it says whenever an attack you control hits, not just the next attack. It's whenever an attack you control hits, which is just vile, isn't it? Just accounting for every single attack that you do after it, even if the first one doesn't hit, you still get the draw card, which is ridiculous. But yeah, so unfortunately, pretty poor box all round. So sorry for those sort of joining in later. It wasn't really that fruitful, unfortunately. I mean, what are the Teklo cores even worth? Not even worth that much, are they? I'm just checking UK based marketplace quickly, because these would probably just be traded away, to be honest. Teklo core. Yeah, not much at all. £6.50 for the non-foil and £9.50 for the rainbow foil, so not much there really at all. And then Sonic Boom isn't really worth much either, maybe £3, £4, something like that, £3 or £4. So yeah, not really getting much in this box at all, to be honest. Plunder of all pitches, yeah. Fastest is saying Captain Cool Blue is going up. Yeah, it's just one of those cards, isn't it? That just gives you a modal effect, which is just very, very strong. The fact it costs nothing as well is, again, it's just the cards that cost nothing are the ones that are the most powerful, aren't they? Core is worth a good dash deck. They really make that deck turn, make that deck hum. Yeah, hum. See, I haven't got my glasses on. I thought it said turn, then I thought it said hum, hern, and then it said hum. Make the deck hum. Yeah. So I could probably build like a little blitz deck for dash, maybe semi-competitive, but nothing too spicy because I don't really have any of the other cards for it, unless I just boost myself to Oblivion and beyond. Just refreshing the article again, but I think, to be honest, we're not gonna get the news. We're not gonna get the scoop first, I don't think. The floating effect is likely dead after this set. Plunder and Electrify are just nasty cards. Yeah. I would think that the red and yellow one, but I'm not an investor. Ah, okay, you're referring to the pitch values. Yeah, blue and red, red and yellow one would be good. Have a good one. Time for me to head off for the night. Yeah, I don't blame you. We've had an absolutely awful box this evening, unfortunately. But good fun nonetheless. It's good to chat to you, Andrew, and I'll see you in the Discord, Andrew, in the VIP zone, because you are our honoured patron, and I respect you dearly. Have a lovely night, Andrew, and good luck in the draft. Good luck in the draft. So I'm just going to have a look through the cards one more time to see if I've missed anything at all. But I don't think I have. I think I've pretty much just busted here, really. So obviously we had these: Endless Arrow, Rusted Relic, 2 Become the Arc Knights, one of which is foil, and then the Spark of Genius. That is the only cards we got in that box. That is not cool. That is not cool. So let's have a look at the other ones that we could plunder run. Yellow plunder run, blue plunder run, blue plunder run. So you've got a lot of the plunder runs. But not much else, really. Not much else at all, unfortunately. Yeah, it wasn't a great box, was it? Let's be honest. Wasn't a great box. But I'm going back to the gaming den next week on Sunday to maybe buy the rest of their loose Crucible of War packs. So yeah, apart from that, we got a yellow, red, and 2 blue plunder runs as well, if that makes any difference whatsoever. But yeah, I'm probably going back to the gaming den next week to just buy the rest of their Crucible of War packs. I think they've only got like 5 or 6 left, but they could have sold them since I posted about it. I said on Instagram and Twitter, I said, go down to the Gaming Den because they still have a load of packs available that you can buy. So I was just like, yeah, get down there and get them because they still got loads of these out-of-print packs. What's Andrew saying? Andrew saying, Blue Captain's Call plays well in Briar Zeros, works on most of her cards, and provides pitch against control decks. And he says, thanks, good night. So yeah, the Blue Captain's Call is the one that it costs about cards with 0 cost, doesn't it? If I remember correctly. Captain's Call Blue is the one that says your next attack with 0 cost gains +1 or go again. Is that right? Or +2 and go, or +2 and go again. What's the options? Can't remember. Captain Call Blue. Yeah, the next attack action card you play of cost 0, you play this turn gains +2, or the next attack action card you play with cost 0, you play this turn gains go again. So yeah, that is just, it's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, so you don't even need. Do you even need the yellow ones and the red ones in Briar Zeros? You probably don't, do you? You probably just run the blue ones because they read exactly the same in those decks, don't they? I'm looking on TCG Player at the moment as well, and it's saying that non-foil versions of this card are going up in price. I've got loads of these cards. I've got loads of Captain's Calls. So maybe, yeah, maybe that is going to be a sleeper hit to have a load of those in your inventory as time goes on, because it's a 0 cost generic action card that gives your attacks a buff or gives your attacks go again, depending on what their value is. So that could be a very good card to try and get a position in. If you're speaking about finance, you could probably get a load of those cards. If you've got a load of those cards as well, I think you're going to be in a good position because they're going to be that's going to be an evergreen card. I think it's from Monarch as well, isn't it? Yeah, from Monarch. I haven't opened too much Monarch either, so I'm pretty gutted on that front. But yeah, that is a very good card. Completely forgot how good that was. For Briar Zeros, it's just ridiculous because Briar Zeros cares about, all of the Captain's Calls that you have in there would work with all of your cards most of the time. But in any other deck, it's a generic card that gives the next attack action card go again or a buff, which is just really good, I think. So yeah, that's a very, very good point that Farcist had. With regards to that, you're saying time to bank them in. Yeah, 100%. Very, very good time to bank them in. And I've had a couple of bits of spam in the chat today as well. Penelope and Amy dropping their spam in the chat. That's a lovely old job, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty much all we've got time for today. It hasn't been a fantastic stream with regards to what we pulled. However, thank you very much for your time today. For everyone who's joined now or in the past, or if you're joining me in the future when after this video has gone live on the channel, make sure you drop a like and subscribe, hit the little bell notification if you want to be notified of any future videos. And also, check out my links in the description box below. You've got links to my Discord down there, Patreon, if you want to help support me directly and get involved with Ultimate Pit Fight content that I'm going to be doing in the future. Patreon's the way to do it. And then if you want to check out my affiliate links as well with Wraith and Card Vault, if you are in the UK, go check them out. And if you're in the market for any unique playmats and you want to help support me directly, go and check out goagaingaming.com. But that is pretty much all we have time for. So thanks very much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace. I don't have an outro anymore, so I don't really know how to close this off. How awkward. Yes.